Hello, welcome to my channel once again. Charlie, the way Nigerians are dragging Davido is just crazy. Even some of his fans are just dragging him, all because of something that he said in a podcast. See, I don't want to talk plenty. Let's go into the video. Watch, come back and talk.
But my original question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those...
Leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not?
Just, I mean, my country now is in, the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if okay, so if people are leaving...
I do my part.
Yeah.
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not going to show the bad parts. I ain't going to show all the bad parts.
You're not going to try to slum. You're not going to show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil than a country that's importing the oil. You know what I'm saying? So there's stuff like that. But regardless, entertainment is one of the things that's made Africa look good.
Yeah.
We do not have the best leaders. That's a fact.
David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, who came under heavy criticism over his recent remark advising black Americans against relocating to Nigeria. According to Davido, it's not cool back home. The economy is in shambles. The comments, however, attracted reactions from high, low, middle, everybody. Politicians, regular folks, Gen Zs, Gen Alphas even joined the conversation at some point. What are your thoughts on this?
So America is bad. But you see their artists and their actors mention it. You don't throw where you are from in the pits. We sit there and we allow our places of influence be where we advocate that is bad, it can never be good, it's worse. We condemn our own. So Davido is a person of influence and should be more guarded in his utterances, especially about the country that has given him that fame.
There are tables like these where we sit down, we must tell the truth to each other. And the truth is that there are lots of things going on wrong economically, you know, human-wise in our country. Now, does it mean that it's because our government has completely failed? They don't know what they're doing. There are policies that have been taken that is hurting us so bad. But we also understand why it has been taken.
I do not agree that he doesn't have a right to lament. I don't know. Did he lie? I went to...
That's the marketing. Talk about pariwo. That
to
itself is the marketing. I wanted to talk before we...
Funny how Davido is mistaking the love and support his fans are showing him to think Nigerians are foolish and anything he says, they will always validate it. Remember when he said free and fair election, if he contests for Nigerian president, it will emerge. It was at that point I started thinking, is this how gullible this guy thinks Nigerians are? You, Davido, of what benefit are you to the society? Should we start talking about the role you, Davido, is playing to destroy Nigeria and Nigerians? Is it starting from the abuse of power, the one you displayed with Damikrain, or the one you threatened to Wasabi to the point that she had to cry out to the general public? Or should we talk about how you scammed Nigerians when you launched your Davido coin? You claim to be OBO, 30 BG, yet you scam people who get 30 naira. Greed at its peak. Oh, now you are saying Nigeria's economy is in shambles, trying to demarket Nigeria to the rest of the world. But are you talking about the role your family is playing to destroy this Nigeria's economy? Or no be you still go Osun State the other day, go campaign like madman for your uncle, only for him to emerge as governor and be dragging posts with Pokoli who sabi dance pass. I saw Very Dark Man's video yesterday saying any musician or comedian that launches coin now, Rattle movement will be against them. Very Dark Man, I like this one where they do. Now very welcome development, big welcome development. But then, you know that is not how you go about things before. You call out anybody that has done it. But then it's Davido. As I see on too, you like on too don't they fall off small. Because actually, if you continue to follow Davido with all these things where they do, you will only be an hypocrite. But then, why didn't you call him out? Davido launched a coin. Brain Jota launched coin. They are scam, they are thieves. They dupe Nigerians. Call them by their names. Now you are saying anybody will do them next. Those people who don't do them already in call. Why you no mention their names? Many people know say these people they be thieves. We claiming we rise by lifting others. We rise by lifting others. In actual sense, you actually rise by scamming others.
So the latest person to call Davido out for telling Nigerians not to return home is political jobber Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri, in a statement, he said, "You may have US citizenship, but that doesn't mean you should demarcate Nigeria," says Reno Omokri, as he criticizes Davido for advising Americans against relocating to Nigeria, citing whiskey record-breaking streams as proof of the country's potential despite economic challenges. You see, if you see that small shade for inside that statement, then you know sabi something. Reno Omokri na one kind person be say, in own way be say, they like to shade you softly. Imagine you are telling somebody, say Davido talk, say maybe people don't come to Nigeria because the economy is not doing well, things are not working very well, and the guy they talk fat. But you know what you did? You now brought whiskey streams. So that means Davido no get streams. Davido song not they do very well. He's not doing extremely well. That's what you are trying to say. Yoruba go call and say Kamma Dyn. It's very shameful that people are still listening to Reno Omokri and they are legitimately following him. You don't know the meaning of Omokri. Go and find out. Ask any Yoruba man you see that what be the meaning of Okri. He's truly living his name as Omokri.
Let me take this moment to address the speech of Davido in the interview he made earlier, and he was saying certain negative things about Nigeria. And that statement became a little bit controversial on the internet or the social media platform. Now, I believe as an influential figures, artists like Davido carry the immense privilege of being heard across the world. Now, however, with such privilege comes a heavy responsibility, especially when it involves representing one's country on global platforms. Davido's recent remarks in the US, I don't know if it is US interview that he made about not wanting to return to Nigeria due to the state of the economy or government and society, have kind of, in my opinion, sparked significant conversations. And while it's essential to acknowledge and address national challenges, we must always consider the impact of how and where this conversation take place. And I would say to my audience, let us take a few moments to reflect on a critical point. Number one, we need to be able to consider the power of our words. Now, Davido's success to a large extent stems from the unwavering support of Nigerians who celebrated his music and cheered him to rise and stood by him through his journey. When such a figure like Davido speaks negatively about his homeland, it risks kind of diminishing the collective pride and hope of those who still dream of a better Nigeria. In every nation, I believe every nation has their own flaws. No country is without its own challenges. From economic disparity to political corruption, issues exist worldwide. But the way citizens speak about their nation, especially on global platforms, also contributes significantly to how the world perceives such a nation. I believe in building, not tearing down. I think criticizing the state of Nigeria without offering solutions or contributions or contributing kind of meaningful to change its unproductive aspect. If artists choose to highlight issues like this, they should do so with purpose by inspiring action, advocating for reform, or using their platform to amplify the voices of the less privileged. The question is, what have Davido's contributed to Nigeria? Davido's music, to me, largely focuses on themes of love, wealth, and celebration. While entertaining, it rarely addresses the systemic issues he now criticizes within the country. If he feels strongly about Nigeria challenges, shouldn't his heart reflect a commitment to driving change, just like Baba Fela did? And I believe, in a way, gratitude also matters. And it is important to remember that despite Nigeria's imperfections, the nation has nurtured talent like Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, and all these names you hear. Dismissing it entirely kind of disrespect the millions who contributed or who strive to hope for a better tomorrow. Now let us ask ourselves these questions, my audience. How can an artist inspire global respect for Nigeria while publicly dismissing its value? What message does this particular thing send to the youth who look up to such figures like Davido for hope and motivation? If every Nigerian in a position of influence choose to criticize rather than contribute, what would become of our collective identity in the nearest future? How does Davido's criticism align with his music, which rarely address the present issues he claims to care about? And what would be the impact if instead Davido used his global platform to uplift and advocate for Nigeria in constructive ways? Now, there's an undeniable truth. Constructive criticism can be a tool for change, but it must be paired with responsibility and action. And I believe it is not to point out flaws. True leadership lies in seeking solutions, inspiring others, and representing one's country with dignity, even among challenges. Davido's words, for me, could have been an opportunity to highlight like resilience, call for international partnership, or promote a vision for change. Instead of him making it like we feel dismissive and his statements kind of lack in depth. And I'm not expecting it from someone as influential as him. But in a summary, or let me say in a conclusion, I would say let us challenge ourselves and our influential figures to rethink how we represent Nigeria instead of tarnishing its image. Let us speak with purpose and act with intentions. Every word matters, especially when the world is listening. The question is, we need to also consider that Davido's uncle is also a governor of a state. The question is, what is his uncle doing about that state? How successful is his state, or is the state, since his uncle gets into the position of power? So some people are saying, oh, he's saying the truth about what is going on within the country. On my platform, I have been able to refuse money. I've been able to block a lot of people on WhatsApp who say negative things about Nigeria. A lot of people. If you are from the diaspora, if you are within Nigeria and you keep criticizing, yes, we can criticize it among ourselves, but if you keep saying negative things about the country Nigeria, this is our mother's land. Yes, we have our challenges. Before we even make decisions to point so much fingers on our leaders, I always look at what are we doing collectively to make sure things work. And thank God for people like VDM. VDM talk about the negative things or the challenges we have within the country, and he addresses the person. He addresses the situation rather than addressing the whole society as something. And he at least is being active and proactive on how he supports the people. So with that being said, I believe in my own stance, I condemn the act of Davido's comments about Nigeria on that specific interview. So people might have their opinion, but with every point I think I've laid out, let me know what you think about it, Nigerians. Have a great day. See you in the next one. Adios, amigos.
So this is what Davido said, saying Black Americans should not come to Nigeria or should not go to Nigeria because the country's economy and the current government and everything that is going on in Nigeria right now is not good. But I feel like some of these things, a lot of Nigerians have actually said a lot. Like, or is it because he's very popular or he said they should not come to Nigeria? Which I want to know, because most of you Nigerians, Charlie, most of you are moving out of Nigeria, traveling going outside. Just you are fed up with the country, and you guys have been saying this day in, day out. So what difference does it make if Davido says it? I want to understand Nigerians, and you guys have been dragging this guy like, for him he's okay. For me, I think whatever he said, he's kind of advocating for the people that don't have. He's okay. He has his money. This guy can live his life. He will not go broke. His children will not go broke like that for how many generations? So why are you dragging this guy? I just want to know, Nigerians, just tell me, why are you dragging this guy? For me, I'm not a Nigerian, but hey, I feel like he was just being truthful with the current situation that a lot of Nigerians are also complaining about. So I don't see the reason why most of you would just be dragging him and saying all sorts of things to him. Charlie, if you think the country is good for you, you can be in the country. If you get opportunity and you don't want to travel and you want to be in the country, I think, Charlie, it's your choice. Yes, it's your choice. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.